turn on your mind and turn up that radio. It's AM Beaver County on 95.7 FM, 99.3 FM, 1230 WBVP, and 1460 WMBA.
And we're back on this Tuesday morning edition of AM Beaver County. We're also on Facebook Live as well now, as I'm joined by Lauren Zemcik. She is the Vice President of Operations at the Beaver County YMCA. And Lauren, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So we're getting towards the end of May, and we're heading towards the summer, and kids are going to be getting out of school, and that means it's going to be a busy time for you guys.
Just a little bit.
So what are some of the big programs that are coming up for the Beaver County YMCA?
Summer really is every department's a busy season. The aquatics has the Elwood City Pool we manage for the borough. So we'll have tons of lifeguards and staff heading out that way. We'll send some of them in-house out there. So then we also have summer playgrounds, which will start, and that's a free program in our youth department. That will be at 13 sites across the county, and it's a completely free program. And then we also have our feeding program that has 20-some sites as well. Some of those are closed sites, like Center and Alcoa Impact, and our day camp, but a lot of them are open, whether it be at a church or some other location. They host it, and we deliver the food, because that is mainly our big mission of the Y, is to feed Beaver County youth.
Oh, okay, yeah. And you there's a lot to unpack there.
I know, it's a lot.
There is a lot there, but at the same time, it means that there's a lot for kids to do and a lot of ways for kids to gather throughout Beaver County. And let's go one by one here. What are the summer playgrounds for those who don't know what they are?
So we work in conjunction with different boroughs across the county. They run from June 13th through August 5th. The times are 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. On the first day that you come and drop off your child, notice I said drop off. You don't have to stay. We have youth counselors that will be on site. Two, Hardy Field and Brighton Township will probably have three, because it's just a larger site for us,
right,
with the number of kids. And you will sign a permission slip. They will do structured activities. They'll do, kickball or craft, STEM stuff. So even if they don't want to play kickball, they'll have something else to do. Our counselors come with a gigantic bin packed full of stuff, including a first aid kit.
I love the fact that there is this sort of blend, just from what you said there, because you have sort of the mix of the athletic activity, and the kind of the fun stuff like kickball, but then you have the STEM activities sort of, to keep that brain functioning during the course of the summer, because sometimes you just want to turn it off, and even as an adult I can understand that. But at the same time, to keep that balance going, to keep that healthy mindset, the healthy physiological state, it's a good thing that all this is coming together. And again, it's only for a few short hours during the course of the day.
Yeah. So it's less screen time.
Yes.
With a 10 and a 6-year-old, that is our daily battle.
Yeah.
And I get it. You want to come home from school and you want to unplug, but not.
Yeah.
So
using a device to unplug, it's weird.
Yeah, totally weird. But they do need to keep that brain, and that way, there isn't so much summer loss. Like, engage that problem solving, critical thinking, those kind of things.
Right, too. And not only that, but we talk about the gathering aspect. You sometimes these kids, they're sort of seeing the same people every day, and they get used to it, and that's all well and good. But at the same time, they may end up meeting new friends or new acquaintances over the course of this time, and develop bonds with them, and it may not be people they've never even seen before. So and that's always been a cool part of any type of summer camp, is as a kid you're getting to know people that you never met before and building bonds with them. Yeah,
and just getting to, it's almost like an introduction to networking, like build those skills.
I never thought of it that way, but that's absolutely right.
Yeah, it's hey, we've been friends since second grade at Hardy Field, or Anteline Park, whatever the case may be. But
networking for kids.
Yeah,
it's a strange way of putting it, but I like it. I dig it.
Yeah.
So those are the summer playgrounds. Now, are those different from the summer camps that are going to be held in the next few weeks?
Yes. So summer camp is a day camp. We have actually 3 going this year. So kinder camp, which is pre-K kids going into kindergarten who are leaving pre-K, excuse me. They used to be rolled in part of our summer day camp, but because they're kindergartners and they need a little more structure, a little more like free time, a little less free for all time. I don't want to call it that, but they're outside, so they tend to be. You need to pull them in a little more. They're going to go through the childcare itself. Summer day camp is with our school age director. Every kid entering 1st through 7th grade can come and join. And you don't have to be a member of the Y. None of our things do you have to be a member of the Y. It is for everyone.
Right.
So that's much more structured like a childcare. So they also are going to have planned activities, planned STEM, planned field trips. They bring in groups like Mad Science. I think the zoo came one year with like penguins and stuff. They keep the kids moving, keep it fun. Yeah. In the afternoon, they'll do specials. So they can pick between, volleyball, swimming, and yet again, arts and crafts or a STEM activity. And then we have Camp Rise this year, which is going to be based in Monaca at a church. And that was previously Camp Achieva. So it is for those with disabilities and handicaps. And Achieva, I guess, just didn't want to facilitate it anymore. And we said, absolutely, we will take that on. That is 100% our mission.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, for those who are sort of, hearing this and thinking, oh, I'd like to hear more about that, how can they find out more details and how can they get in contact with the YMCA?
So all the information is also available on our website. It's www.beavercountymca.org. From the childcare site to the youth, you can go on also and look at our program guide, which is right on the front page. There's a link for it. That will show you everything that's going on from now until September 3rd.
Oh, wow. And that pretty much takes it right up to Labor Day and the new year starts again.
Not to rush summer or anything. But.
No, but at the same time, we've been talking a lot about structure and planning things out, and that's, important when it comes to something like this. And again, we'll have links to that later on at beavercountyradio.com when we post the interview later on. Now, if someone, because I know we were talking a lot about, what the kids are going to be doing and, all the things that the director is going to be helping out. Is the Y looking for youth directors at this point, or are they still searching for volunteers in that regard?
Oh, no, we are almost always hiring.
Always.
Any department, always. And those are also listed right on our website, too. Or you can come in and fill out a paper application, old school.
Yeah, that's always a nice way to do it, is just to fill it out the old school way. Who can qualify for these positions?
Most departments, you have to be, most of them are 16. Some are 15, like the youth department, summer playgrounds, a youth program instructor. They help out with basketball in our youth camps. And youth supper, when we hold that during the school year. We just had our last one last Thursday. That's where we feed kids from all over the community. It's free. Anyone through age 18 can come. It's the first and third Thursday of every month. Oh, okay. So that 16 for Child Watch, 18 to be at the front desk just because you're interacting with accounts and money and things like that. But for the most part, once you can hold a job and get yourself there, you're good to go. Right.
Yeah. The old name, license, reliable transportation.
Yes.
Well, that's good too. And again, the whole thing of, always hiring and everything, it's sort of, harkens these ideas of, everybody's looking for work and everybody's looking for people to, come do the job. And I imagine the Y is probably in that same situation.
Yes.
So again, we'll have links to that at beavercountyradio.com later on this morning too. Now, one thing you didn't mention, this is something we've been talking about in prior shows in other weeks, is what's going on. Because you mentioned that you're going to have staff up at the Elwood City Pool.
Yes.
Now, we've been talking, I think it was a couple weeks ago with Tony Caltori, who's director of Parks and Recreation, about what's going on in Old Economy. And one of the big things is a lifeguard program that goes through you guys. And that's going to be going on pretty soon. Well, that goes on all year, doesn't it?
We do host lifeguard certifications multiple times throughout the year. I mean, at one point, just because everyone was short lifeguards, we were trying to hold them once a month. So our aquatics director, Callista, and her head lifeguard, Jake, facilitate those. The next one is June 13th. And this one, unlike the rest, are all in person, 8 to 5, June 13th, 14th, and the 15th is till 4. The other ones were blended. You did some coursework online, and then you came in. You had to pass a swim test. If you work for the Y, we will pay the fee for your certification. It is $200 some. I can't remember the number off the top of my head. But you work for the Y, it's free. We pay for it for you. If not, it doesn't matter. You can come in, take it. It's American Red Cross certified lifeguard.
Right, and at that point, if you become a certified lifeguard, you can go and work at any of the
of those outdoor pools and
right, yeah, whether it be Old Economy or Elwood City or wherever the case may be. How many staff do you have up at Elwood City?
Oh gosh, so we'll have like 3 pool managers, and then it's probably going to be 10, 12.
Okay,
just based on rotating shifts, vacations.
Right.
Who doesn't like to take one of those?
Yeah, especially during the summer.
Yes.
But at the same time, you need the help, and you need someone to make sure that someone to man the fort, if you will.
Yes.
So that's a good thing, and again, we'll have details about that coming up later on. Going back to some of the summer activities, we mentioned the summer playgrounds, we mentioned the summer camps, which are different, and there was a couple more in there that I think you mentioned that we didn't quite get to yet.
So our youth director Mandy just had twins end of April, and so she's out on maternity leave. So in her absence, I'm sort of filling in, and then I have 2 summer staff who are coming on to work basically full time to help manage the playgrounds. That's 13 sites that they're going to try to get to every single day. Hey, what do you need? Do you need anything like coolers, kickballs, more construction paper, whatever it may be.
Right.
And then there's also, instead of doing our normal, 8 weeks of basketball, we always do a summer basketball. We're going to do a summer basketball clinic, and that's June 25th and 26th. So we'll do more of like a camp style this summer with 2 days or 3 days of activities. There's a tumbling, there's a mini tykes, there is basketball, and I'm missing one. Off the top of my head, I can't think of it. But they're all in the program guide. Yet again, don't have to be a member to join and get your kids moving.
Right,
That's
right. To
important
get your
for
kids
me.
moving, keep them,
Yes.
sort of, away from the screen, sort of get them involved with other kids. And so I guess what you're saying with the basketball camps or sort of the camp style that you guys are going with this year, it's going to be more of a condensed sort of extent instead of just, a couple hours a day. It's going to be more 3 days of, sort of wall-to-wall basketball for the kids to be a part of.
Yeah. Brush up on those skills, keep them active, keep them moving. And with all of our activities, including the free playgrounds, everyone will leave with a snack. Playgrounds will get lunch and then leave with a snack. Basketball clinics the same way. They'll be fed breakfast or lunch and a snack when they leave.
Very nice, very nice. And again, it's fascinating things, a lot of people think about, because, you mentioned it sort of towards the top that one of the main missions of the Beaver County YMCA is to, help feed the kids in Beaver County. And a lot of people don't think that. A lot of people think that sort of the Y is more or less of a, sort of a recreational thing where you're going to go to work out or, play sports stuff. And then that's still true. But at the same time, the YMCA sort of has their goal to, help out in the community and help out these kids.
I think that's one of the biggest things I've learned while being at the Y is it's one of the most humbling experiences of my life for someone who has grown up in this county and lived in this county almost her entire life. And I am 38 years old. The amount of people hurting in this county is unbelievable. And I think it's easy to turn a blind eye to it because, we all live in my world, my troubles, when there's someone who would love to have your troubles because they're, nothing. So I think that's the best part about it is just being able to help people. Every single school district in Beaver County someone in that school district qualifies for free lunch program, which is an income-based program, which before COVID, that was true. With the COVID feeding rules, everyone's still getting free lunch, which could end. And there are people who still struggling to put food on the table, to hold a job that is a livable wage to sustain their family.
Right.
So I think the impacts of COVID will be felt for years. It is not anywhere close to being over. And that's what the Y is here to do. We have scholarship programs. We have income-based scholarship program. It's a 2-step thing. So if you are interested in getting your kid into a swim lesson, into that basketball clinic, we do have a scholarship program for those as well, not just membership.
Wow. Wow. And what's incredible about that too is, it takes, because again, going back to the whole recreation thing with the YMCA, a lot of people think, just, go out on the Y and have some fun. And again, you can, and that's what a lot of these summer programs are intended to do. But at the same time, it does take, the citizens of Beaver County very seriously, especially those who, like you say, are struggling.
Mm-hmm.
And
at any age, I mean, we have so many silver sneakers. There's one silver sneaker class that will get 42 people in it. That's 42 chairs in a multi-purpose room with balls and light weights, all of those things. We have a drummer size class. That's
drummer size.
Yeah. So talk about hand-eye coordination, balance. They'll use drumsticks on a like a big blow-up stability ball.
That sounds very. I don't think I could pull that off, even if you paid me to.
I think you could.
You think I could?
Yeah. Oh, you have all kinds of buttons in over there to push at the same time as you're talking. I think you could do it.
Yeah, but I'm not standing on a ball when I'm doing it, so I think.
You put the ball in front of you.
Oh, okay.
No, it's in front of you. Yeah.
I was going to say, who can stand on a ball for?
No.
Okay.
No, it's in front of you on like the step.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a disclaimer. I'm like usual. I'm learning along with everybody else. But no, all this is a great thing. And again, the summer camps and the summer playgrounds are coming up. And again, we'll have the full details coming up at beavercountyradio.com for those who are interested. And again, parents, if they want to reach out, they can either go online or they can see you guys right at the YMCA, correct?
Yes, or give us a call, 724-891-8439.
And we'll put that up at beavercountyradio.com as well. So again, all these summer programs are going on, and all of it to sort of, keep, kids active, keep them, in the spirit of, hanging out with each other and having fun during the summer months, but also to teach them, lessons about, not just, STEM, but also just, to work with each other, to play fair, because I'm sure that's always a big thing that comes up whenever.
Never.
Well, just teaching sportsmanship at a young age.
Yeah.
We've never heard that one before.
No. Or responsibility, caring.
Yeah. Does that always go over well, or? So
with our basketball program itself, they focus on one of the core values of the Y every week. And then they talk about what does that word mean. I mean, if you have a 5-year-old and you say the word responsibility, they're going to be like, what the heck did she just say?
Right.
So those are all focused as well. And I mean, I have these conversations with 17 and 18-year-olds. Hey, come into my office. Tell me what happened. They asked you to stop. You didn't. I would rather you be here than out somewhere else getting in trouble for something much worse than, say, swearing or throwing a ball at the lights or, something silly like that.
Yeah.
The Y is for everyone. That's what we're here to do. Come on in, be part of the community, make some new friends, socialize. I mean, we all are missing that still from COVID. So those are things that are our 5 pillars that we try to put into all of our programming.
And again, it's a very important thing because I mean, I know it sounds cliche, but the whole concept of learn together, work together, it's still important. It's what the YMCA is all about. Mm-hmm. So again, we'll have all those details, links to the Beaver County YMCA's website involving the details about the summer camp, summer playgrounds, the lifeguard training, all of that later on this morning at beavercountyradio.com. Lauren, thank you so much for stopping by today. And
thank you for having me.
I appreciate it. And again, telling us about all these great things, because again, it's not just a matter of going in there playing sports and everything. It's a matter of community. It's a matter of working together. It's a matter of learning together, and it's all coming together at the Beaver County YMCA. Thank you. Coming up next on Beaver County Radio, it is a Tuesday edition of Teleform. Eddie Crow will take controls here on 95.7 FM, 99.3 FM, 1230 WBVP, and 1460 WNBA, all presented by St. Barnabas.
The best of Beaver County is easy to discover. It's right here on your radio. Tune in Beaver County Radio.